So, Chad, here we are. Let's go look at some records. See, yeah, because I'm really curious as you walk through here what you will like say. Oh, I love this album, or oh, I hated these guys, or you know, I mean, it's all legal, right? Hey, they say things like that about us. We can say it about them if we want.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
I think I get a hall pass.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I don't know. Let's look around here.
Okay.
Here's what I got to ask you. Here's the big question.
What do we got?
Creedence.
Oh, nice.
The reason I got to ask you this,
Yep.
don't you think that Nickelback's similar to Creedence? I mean, we do Born on the Bayou every time.
You and I do it.
Yeah.
You and I
we'll probably
that.
bust into it like right now, any minute now. We'll start, you know, as we're walking down the house. But were you into this band?
Big time.
Big
Huge.
time.
I love the way John sings.
Yep.
You know, he's got that high scream, and you know, I've tried to.
No, you sing kind of like that, but it's your own way. You're not singing like him, but you're doing the same kind of
I've definitely tried to mimic the CCR thing.
Cream, you into Cream? My favorite band of all time. There's really years.
I did not know that was.
See, this is for me. I played every solo that Eric played on this album. I could play every one of them note for note.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Beatles. Who else? Who else really influenced you?
Beatles.
A writer.
My mother just, I mean, constantly had music on in the house. And my mother took me to my first Metallica concert and told me that she was just dropping Mike and I off. She came in and watched the show. And we had a Metallica poster, a big poster, hanging in our living room the entire time Mike and I were growing up. So my friends would come over and be like,
Metallica.
you have a Metallica poster in your living room, like your mom's the coolest. I mean, there's just amazing records all over the place. There's my record right there in vinyl. Nice. I mean,
Well,
like seeing this,
there you
that
go.
trips me out. Like that's trippy for me.
See it on vinyl? Why? Because you didn't.
Well, because I grew up with mostly cassettes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the 90s showed up, and then it was CDs. And then everything was just CDs.
See, to me, the stuff on vinyl, I mean, I know it's got a sound.
It's everywhere, man.
It's got a sound, but I'm not a freak about it. You know, I'm okay with the, you know, CDs.
It's the recordings you love. It's not how they were recorded or what they were recorded on.
It's a song, not the singer.
Yeah.
Once again, or whatever, however you want to put that
Yeah.
thing. Like a lot of people think it's a singer, not the song. You know, Elvis Presley could sing a bad song, man, but you give him a good song and he'd kill it. You know, it's like,
Sure.
yeah. So
Sure.
I'm all about songwriting, and you are a great songwriter, my friend. And we're going to sit down
as well.
and talk about it. Okay. We're going to talk about that. Now we're going to find out what makes you really roll, Chad. Like, you know, what is it? What bothers you and stuff? I mean, what bothers you in rock and roll? Like, you know, being a rock star. You know, come on, we all want to be rich and famous and all this stuff. You've made it. Okay, right? You've made it. Here.
Okay.
Yeah, you're okay now, boy.
I have
so,
now.
So
now this is the moment?
Yeah, so now
Okay.
what pisses you off about this industry or anything, is it? Or, you know, maybe nothing pisses you off.
I think when we all start off, you know, and whatever it is, you start playing your drums in the garage, or you've got your guitar in your bedroom, or whatever it is that we're doing, we always envision getting out there and playing for people and hitting the road and traveling the world and recording, you know.
That's what you're doing. Wait a minute.
But that's only turns out the touring and the recording is only half of the gig. The other half of the gig is doing press.
Oh.
You know, so when you're getting up at 6 o'clock in the morning and you can't, you know, you've had a few beers after the last show and you got to go to a radio station and just fumble your way through one of your songs acoustically or whatever. I mean, that's the stuff you don't sign up for.
What inspires you to write a song? Do you just come out of the ether? Or?
I don't. Sometimes I'll hear someone say something, and it's. I know I can take what they said and turn it into like a, you know, we would call it a tagline or a hook line.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'll have, as we all do, we've got 1,000 of those in our phone, right? How many of those you hear something and it's like, ooh.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I'm taking that. So there's the two ways that we always start writing songs. You know, you'll have a little guitar thing and you'll have a melody, or you'll have some lines in your phone. So you either come at it from a language point or strictly from a music point. And it's nice when you've got a melody and you've got a little guitar riff, or whatever it might be, and you go through your phone and you find something in there that just works, you know, it just syncs up perfectly with what you were just doing, and those wind up being the magical ones.
That's great that you say that, because to me, is what you're saying is you go by inspiration. because a lot of your songs are written like so perfect. A hit. I mean, like, 30 seconds in, you go to this part, and, and someone told me that about he said, oh man, all his songs, he writes all these things, it's like a, like a machine, they go, it's like they go to the computer and say, okay, it's got to be, and I said, no, there's a lot of soulful stuff, to me, in your songs.
Well, the funny thing is, if you're going to write a song correctly, you're supposed to know what the song's going to be about. The same way, like, you wouldn't just start a movie if you're gonna write a script, right, or a novel or whatever it might be, and have no idea
where it was
going. Yeah. You wouldn't start off with two guys who are walking down the street.
That'll work in Hollywood. Hey, I got this idea.
Yeah, you would never do that.
Yeah.
But we write Nickelback songs like that all the time. We really do. We just start off like there's just a line that starts coming out, and then it's just we get there somehow. We bumble our way into those songs. I'm sure they sound like they were just constructed in a laboratory, but they're not.
Is there places you go that inspire you to maybe pull out a good line, or just the line just come anywhere?
I think it's impossible to write a heavy rock song when the sun is shining and the wind is blowing through the palm trees.
So not even a song like Mas Tequila or Living on a Coastline?
Now, yeah, but those songs. That's a lifestyle song. I mean, that's like so if you're going to write something heavy and gritty and dirty, and man, it's tough to do. And
honestly, like you, I'm sure, it's so thrilling to write a great song. Every time I write a new song,
Yeah.
I get excited.
Yeah.
And I really, going on tour, that's hard for me now, going out for too long. You guys, you put out a brand new record, you got to go out and support the world. You're a worldwide artist.
It's a grind.
Yeah.
But I feel the same way when you get that the butterflies and you're onto something really good.
Yeah, man.
And then I get this feeling like once it starts, when you're like 90% of the way there, and you keep adding a little thing here, a little bit of ear candy, wherever it might be, you get this, I get this feeling like I just can't wait to show this to the rest of the world.
Yeah, no, you want to play it for people.
You do.
So, you wrote the song, I Want to Be a Rock Star. You were pretty much well on the way when you wrote that song, so you kind of knew what you were talking about. Yeah. You've become rich and famous, all those things you were saying, you want this, you want that, you got all those things. So how's that working for you, Chad? You know what I mean?
I mean, life does get easier. There are two ways you can look at it. More money, more problems. Or you can look at it as, there's another saying, anybody who said that money can't fix everything in the world didn't have two nickels to rub together. Because it can fix a lot of problems.
You can get a lot done, and you can buy a lot of things. You can get a lot, you can have whatever you want and all those things. But I mean, is it what you thought it was going to be? Growing up, wanting to be rich, famous, rock star, has it fulfilled your expectations?
It's more
or imagination?
I think that you're going to be chumming around with rich and famous people all the time, and you're not really. I mean, you do once in a while.
What do you call this?
I mean, yeah, but it makes it so you can really hang out with your loved ones, like the friends that you grew up with. That's what it makes it so you can, take them. I've taken so many. You've met all my closest buddies. I mean, I've got more video of my friends doing stupid crap in your club than you can imagine.
Our club, by the way.
Well, sure, I'll take it. But I love spoiling my friends. I love taking them and just providing stuff for them that they would never, ever get to do.
When did you first think you made it? How many years in? When did you say, you know what, boys, we're making it?
I think when How You Remind Me came out, that we started getting a taste of what that was like. It was going to... Because back in the day, the way that we would have to do it normally is like you'd go play the 400-seat club. And if you really kicked ass, the next time you come to town, you play the 800-seat club. And then you might play the 1,000-seat really cool club. And then if you can get up to the theater, it holds 2,200, now you're making, now we're really getting somewhere. And that would be the grind that you would think about, right? But when your song gets there before you, and you show up.
Never happened to me, but it happened to you.
It happened to me, yeah. I mean, and a long way. And I'd played every club. I'd played every club in Australia. I'd played every club in Europe. We'd played them all. We'd played every single venue in every city in the world already before we got the hit. And then you'd show up, and it would be like, you know, you get to Wembley in London, and suddenly it's like, wow, we're not playing the Astoria anymore, boys. You know, and that's a great feeling, you know, when you get to L.A. and you're not playing the Viper Room, you're playing Staples.
But that's why you guys are good, and that's why you're such a good front man, a good performer, and I know this because you are. It's like because you paid all that dues. If you guys, these guys, they get together and the first thing they ever do is this giant hit, and then they're chasing.
That makes it really tough.
They're doing this their whole career, and then they have about 3 years and then on the toilet, and they don't have a hit 1 year, and then they kind of go on the toilet, and they don't know how to go out and perform and make people happy.
Yeah.
So you should thank God for all that dues you did. That's my whole claim to fame. Is
absolutely.
I knew how to do it before I had a hit.
Yeah, if you can jump on stage with anybody and grab the microphone and hold your own, and get in there and jam, and everybody knows who those people are, and everybody knows who those people aren't.
Yeah.
And you know, it's nice to have gone and paid those dues. I would not want it, you know, the other way around.
It's really been a pleasure,
buddy.
I feel like as much as we partied, I'm just getting to really know you.
Now? Wow.
Believe it or not. It's the most comfortable I've been around you. Because we're always doing people around and we're jumping up.
It's
and
usually very stressful.
trying to outpiss each other, you know,
There's a
getting
lot of
on
stress.
stage and trying to outpiss each other. And
we're usually sitting backstage trying to figure out the words to a song before we get up there, and stress levels are high. It's like, what are we doing? What are we playing? Do you know this one? Do you know that one? Who knows the words to this one? And we're like,
well, here's what I want to do for this show, if you don't mind.
What's up?
Besides the this and that I understand, you're not going for it. You want to do the this or that for me, but I'm okay with that.
I'm gonna flip the script. Here, I'm gonna turn the tables.
Let's see how I can hold up.
I have taken the reins here on Rock and Roll Road Trip, and you're going to play this or that. And we're going to start off with the one that everybody asks when they play this or that. Ready? And you have to answer really quickly. You can't think about it. It's boom.
Yes, sir.
Ready? Boxers or briefs?
I roll straight. No, I don't wear either one. Yeah, I'm naked.
C. Commando. Cabo or Maui?
Oh, Cabo.
All right. Chicken or fish?
Chicken.
All right. These all came in from these people, and their names are beside them. Of people that ask these questions. Okay, so Kurt Torster wants to know, David Lee Roth or Gary Cherone?
Oh, fuck.
That's vicious.
Oh, my God.
3, 2.
I got to take the diamond. I got to take him on this one.
Gibson or Fender?
Gibson.
Boom. Flip-flops or sneakers?
Flip-flops.
Okay. Which movie? E.T. or Close Encounters of the Third Kind?
Oh, Close Encounters.
Okay.
No, E.T., sorry. Damn it.
See the flippy-floppy
That's
thing that
not
happens there?
right.
Little
See,
wishy-washy.
now,
You see what happens?
all right, I'm not mad at you anymore.
All right. Your wife is right behind you, just out of the shot. And so I think I know which way you're going to answer this one. Blonde or brunette?
Blonde.
Plugged or unplugged?
Plugged.
For sure. Yeah. For sure. And last but not least, and this is going to be a tough one, tequila or tequila?
Mesquila. Mesquila.
And that's us.
Mezquila, Santo to be exact.
There you go.
Chad,
Buddy.
this is awesome.
Buddy.
I love that.